Jackson. This in here, this is where we show that we are stronger together and that each one can reach one. And today I got my special guest with me today, Miss Kiyana Jackson. How you doing, Kiyana?
I'm doing great. Thank you for
Oh,
having me on the show.
oh, no, thank you for being here. I appreciate you being here. So, this is an opportunity for you to showcase yourself, and I'm gonna ask you just a couple of questions. And are you a content creator? Do you have other social media networks or other
I
social
have
platforms?
social media. I am on TikTok. Um, Actually, after the lab, I'll put down my TikTok handle because it's kind of hard to type it. So
Right.
I'll put that down in the comments. But yeah, I am. I'm starting. It's kind of weird doing like filming yourself. So I'm like a baby content creator right now. But
Well,
yeah,
and that's the
I
thing.
do makeup stuff. So
But that's
I
the
do like.
thing with us. We all are new to the content creating. So this is
Mhm.
where we get to come together and we're trying to build each other's brand and promote the different brands. So you got a lot of YouTube content creators. I'm just gonna see. Can you see the comments going on right now? Can you see what
Yes,
the
I
comments are
am.
coming up? Okay, so we'll stop and make sure we address those people that.
Mhm.
And so vibing with VC, that's a content creator who promotes Jamaica. So she goes around and show you all the different places to go while you're in Jamaica. So
Mm.
that's vibing with VC. And then I see that Nisi Jackson is in there, and I'm sure you know who that person is. So, all right. So without any delay, I'm gonna so tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us about yourself.
So again, I am Kiyana Jackson. I am a senior. I'm 18 years old. Yes, this is my final year in high school, graduating May of this year. And a little bit about me. I am very involved in school. I guess you can say like I'm an academic demon. I'm very involved in my grades. National Honor Society, SGA. Um, and yeah, I'm a hard worker. That's all I can say. I'm very into that. So I'm so happy to talk about it today.
Oh, that's good. So you're saying you're a senior, so you're a senior in high school.
Yep.
Okay, all right. So we're gonna focus on that. So now that you are getting ready, I guess you're getting ready to graduate. You're a senior. So what's next? What's the next thing now that you're getting ready to graduate high school?
What's next? Well, the main thing now is really college preparation. Like, I mean, it's going by so fast. People underestimate when you're a freshman in high school. It's like, I got a couple of years, but when you're actually like now you're a senior, things move by so fast. So yeah, more so just college preparation. Um, I really want to get into college. I want to be on campus, and yeah, just taking it day by day, applying for scholarships. Applying for colleges. Um, and yeah, just 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 doing the thing right now. It's just all about college. Everything's about college now.
Okay, so if the next step is college, have you already applied, or how does
Yeah.
that work? You already applied for schools, or
So I got a late start. So back I'm gonna say late October, that's when I started applying for colleges, and I applied for 30, I'm gonna say 30 colleges. Um I have gotten acceptance letters. No, what do you call it? No defers, no rejections. So that's great. I think I have about 22 acceptances right now. And I'm still in the progress, still waiting. But yeah, I have applied for colleges, and they are coming back as soon as possible.
all right. So you said you applied for 30 and you got 22 acceptance already.
Mhm. Yep.
Wow, that's amazing. That's
Yeah.
pretty good. That's pretty good. So you must be a
Yeah.
really good student. You must be a really good student, yeah,
Oh,
for
I
sure.
told you, academic demon. I'm trying to tell you, it's serious. It's really serious.
Right. Well, that's good. I'm super happy and excited for you. I like to say 22. You're applying for 22 and getting applying for 30 and getting 22 back. That's amazing right there.
Yeah.
So I want to acknowledge the people that's down in the comments right now, just so we can, So we got Vibing with VC. Hello, Vibing. How you doing? Casey, Inspirational Tales. Hello. That's another person from Jamaica. Then you got look like Zoti. If I say the names wrong, please forgive me. Semuka Gamer, I might say that one wrong. And then
Yeah.
Nada. I see that. You got Niecy Jackson down there. Make sure we
Mhm.
acknowledge Niecy Jackson and
Yep.
Renee Miller. Those are the ones that I see in the comments. So we want you to put your comments if you have any questions for Kiyana Jackson and the experience that she's going through coming out of high school, going into the college. This is more for those students that's in high school that they got to transition to the next level. Or if you got a parent of a student who's in high school, they got to go or trying to transition to the next level, which is maybe college or whatever. These are the opportunities. This is your chance to speak with Kayana and maybe throw some questions down there. If we can get to them, we'll get to them. But at the same time, we're talking with Kayana Jackson. We're talking about her experiences. So 30 schools, 22 acceptance. So did you, how do you know? Like you apply for a school, how do you know that's the school you want to go to? Do you take a tour? You just read a pamphlet, go online? What's the
Well, a lot
process of that?
that I applied for, I had already had emails. Like a lot of times, starting junior year, emails from colleges reach out. So a lot of the ones that I did see in my emails, I did end up applying for them. It's more so looking on their website. They also send mail in person as well. So that did help as far as considering which ones I wanted to go to. I have done college tours as well, and I have one coming up this month as well. So that's still in the works. College tours, um, yeah, they're kind of hard to get into depending on the school because everybody wants to go to that school. You have to schedule ahead of time. You have to schedule months before. So yeah, but usually when I look at a college, I'm looking at if they send me something to mail, if they're sending me maybe like a small little car, or they're sending me a big book, and those are more helpful as far as seeing the majors, how the school might look like, clubs, organizations such as that. I don't really like the colleges that send little small little pamphlets. I don't really like that. So that's a main thing. That's a key thing for me when I look at colleges.
Right. Yeah, that's pretty good and very interesting because of the fact that you're interviewing the college like the college is interviewing you. So, like you say, you already just said you don't like when they send little things to you or something like that. So it's more like, okay, you got to send me some material that's going to make me interested in coming to you. It's
Yeah.
very similar to
Yep.
us being content creators. People are not going to come on your channel and subscribe to you or like you or follow you if you're not giving them anything to want to follow. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Now I
Yep.
do see that in there that Renee Miller, it was saying, what's the major? So have you thought about a major yet?
So my major is business administration. And depending on the school, it might change. So I said that I want to do something in business. So typically it would be business administration or business management because not all schools have business administrations or they don't have business management. So I kind of go in between the two. But
Right.
both of them are I'm very interested in. So I pick between those two.
Right. So I know in my days when I was graduating high school, but an athlete, so by playing ball, I took those same tours or whatever, but the tours was different because that you could only get 5 official visits to a school. So they went all out to send me and get me to these locations, and then you go and they put on the big show and all because they're
Mm.
trying to get you as an athlete on the field. But as a student, is it the same? Are you in there with a group of people, or is it just you by yourself, or how does that work when you take a tour?
So, I've done tours where it'll be so usually my parents come with me because they want to see the school, they want to see, what they're investing in. So when there's been times where I've done tours where it'll be us three and somebody, a student, or it'll be a group of people. So just recently I went to Atlanta to see Clark Atlanta and Spelman. So it was not only, but wasn't just only me and my dad because it was me and my dad who went. It was everybody. So it's like a big group of people because those schools, a lot of people want to come to them. So it can't just be, one group first because it's like you have to like get people in and get people out.
Right.
So yeah, it varies. It depends on the school, really.
No, no, that makes a lot of sense. So just acknowledging people that's in there. I see Sharon Jackson is in there. She says,
Yes.
so proud of you, Kayana.
Thank you.
Renee Miller is still sending text down there.
Hmm.
Exactly, show some effort. Jake is in there. He said, "Hope we both are doing okay." Thanks, Jake, for being here and even putting things in the in
Yeah.
the in the comments. We're
Thank
going to
you.
ask you, if you haven't done it already, hit that like button if you're liking this
Mm,
so far. Definitely continue to put comments down in the comment and ask your questions. And then, along with all of that, if you haven't subscribed to this channel and you're liking what you're hearing, hit that subscribe button. All right, so it says, I'm here, Auntie from Jacksonville, Florida, Renee Miller. So so that's good. You got people supporting you,
got
and,
the
and,
best
and, and that's what's up.
grandfather.
That's what's up. There you go. You say,
Hmm.
does it have to be an HBCU school that best serves your major? So that's from Renee. Does it have to be an HBCU school?
No, in fact, a lot of the schools that have given me money, have given me scholarship money, are have not been HBCUs actually. So I think I can I think that HBCUs really, I don't think HBCU really matters to me. I think that the culture is, I think if you want the culture, it's really, really good. And I love my people. But if if PWIs give me more money, I don't know. I might have to, pick that school. But it doesn't matter to me. I think if it offers me what I want and it gives me a good deal, I'll take it.
No, that's smart right there. The big thing I see with HBCU, and then those who don't know what it is, that's historical Black college universities. And when you're already African American, and the pool is bigger as far as who you're going against to get the money.
Hmm.
So if a lot of scholarships are in places where it's a majority, let's say white university, like I went to Virginia Tech University, but I went on a athletic scholarship. But
Hmm.
had I went academic, it'd be less people trying to get that same pool of money that might be given to minorities or things like that. So
Right.
sometimes you got to think in that mindset that,
Yeah,
hey, if you go to this school, you got a bigger chance to get more money
right.
because it's less people fighting for that same piece of the pie, because there's only one pie. So, and then it's how many pieces can we give out? Well,
Mhm.
if it's 100 pieces and you got 100 people fighting for it, you're only getting one piece of it. But if it's 100 pieces, there's only 10 people fighting for it. They're going to give you 10 pieces of that pie. So, that's one way of looking at it. And
Yeah,
that's how sometimes you got to break it down. Like, I know I want to go there and I want to support my people, which you
yeah,
can 100%.
yeah.
But at the same time, who's supporting me? And that's
Right.
where that's where you got to look at
All
it. And that's good.
education want to have an open mind because that's where some people get stuck. They feel like I have to go to this school. I absolutely have to go to this school. But then you're missing out on all the opportunities that someone else could give you. And I'm not that type of person. I'm very open minded. I don't care if you white or you black. Just just I need my education at the end of the day. We all here for a degree. Look,
Right, right. And that's the bottom line. So I see we got Kenny, was it Landis?
Landis, yep.
Landis down there, okay, and he's
Uh-huh.
saying that's a proud grandfather is what he's throwing out there. So all right, that's good. And Lisa Cooper, I see hers down there. So hey, Lisa, how you
Uh,
doing? Thanks for coming in. That's awesome. That's awesome. And you, like I say, you're taking your tours. You're starting to wrap up. How does it feel? I mean, now that like I said, you're in your last year and then things are settling down. I know you had to go through freshman, sophomore, junior, that senior year. Is it like this is my chill time, or is it more stressful? How is it for you with this part?
oh, mm. Senior year, I would say when you're in school, senior year is more chill than junior year, and I say that because I was given the privilege to leave early, so I have a half a day schedule. So I get out of school at 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock. Those vice versa every other day. And that's purely because I have college classes, and then I also had all my student service hours. So since I have half a day and I don't get out at 2 o'clock, I can do whatever I need to do. So I can invest that time into college classes or work stuff like that. But as far as school, instead of being in there all day, it's not like I have to focus on this class. I only have literally 2 or 3 classes every day. But outside of school, as far as college and applications and just reaching out to different colleges, college tours, that can be very overwhelming
Right.
because you have to keep checking your email. You have to listen because sometimes I've gotten calls from schools and I'll be very surprised. I'm like, why are you calling me? And I'll answer the phone and be like, "Oh, I'm such and such from this call." I'm like, "Oh, wow, okay." So now I have to listen to this person. So I think with that, it can be overwhelming. But as far as being a senior in school with a half a day schedule, it's not. As long as you're on top of your work, then you're fine. But junior year is the more crucial year as far as grades, extracurricular activities, and preparing for college itself. Yeah.
Right. See now, and all the parents that's out there and any students that's listening now, listen to that. And that was very important. And I'm glad you said that. Your junior year is the year to start getting yourself in position for the senior year. It's not
Hmm.
when I
Yeah.
get become a senior, then I'm gonna start getting my grades together and all of
Right.
that. Your
Take,
junior
take,
year, and
yeah.
that's no matter, even if you're an athlete. So a lot of people think their senior year is the year they're gonna blow up and get a scholarship and things like that. I like I said, I was an athlete, so I played, and you an athlete. So we'll talk about that in a second,
Mm.
but I was an athlete, so I know. But my junior year is what set me up. That's what set me up for the other schools to say, "Hey, I want them." I was getting letters and books and magazines, and they sending me programs and inviting me out and all that.
Right.
That was all in my junior year. Because you
Hmm.
got to think in when your senior year, they're in season at the same time that you're in school. So when their season is over and your school is over, they didn't have time to talk to you. So it was all in your junior
Yeah.
year is
Yep.
when you start getting yourself together. So you want to make sure all your testing is right, your grades is
Yeah.
right, because you got all
Yeah.
your credits. All those things need to be done in that sophomore. I must go back a little bit. Sophomore, junior years when you
Sophomore
start
and junior.
focusing. Yeah.
Sophomore. I would
So
say
that's
sophomore, actually. Correction.
yeah.
Say sophomore. Sophomore
Sophomore.
is the time you need to get comfortable, get into some extracurricular activities, do your tests. Junior year, continue to perfect your grades, continue to be in extracurriculars. I think junior year is the year where I was just perfecting everything. I
Mm,
didn't have to do that many extracurricular activities because I was already in them. So
right.
I didn't have to, do what was I in? I was in SGA. I didn't have to do SGA because I didn't have to try to rush and run for SGA because people already knew me. So when we had to re-elect ourselves, we had to rerun. I had already gotten the position because I was already doing it. So yeah, I think sophomore is when you need to start applying yourself, and then junior year is like just, oh, I gotta make sure my grades are up here. And then senior year, that's when your grades should already look good. Like you said, because people make the mistake and say, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna lock in senior year," and then senior year, they colleges look at your junior year.
That's
That
right.
is the more prominent year because they're
Right.
looking at that GPA. So
Right.
I got a 3.9 GPA in junior year. I got a 4.0 senior year now, but when I applied, I still had that 3.9. So,
All right.
yeah.
No. All right. No, no, very good points. Definitely very good points that, and that we do. Because the thing is, the like I say, colleges are looking at it. They want to see, do you have the work ethic
Hmm.
to come into? So you're not going to fake it. You're not going to fake it and then make it in college. It just doesn't work that way.
No.
And that's where a lot of people, I know you haven't, well, you have, because you mentioned you have college courses. So how did that work? How do you get college courses already?
So college courses, it's called dual enrollment. So typically you can start I started my sophomore year,
Mm,
like late in my sophomore. No, I think I started summer, and I did one class. I did general psychology, and typically those are offered if your school has like a local community college next door. So my school has a local community college next door. So you can take pretty much any course that you want for free. You don't have to pay.
mm,
So
wow.
I was like, I'm just gonna take this class because I don't gotta pay. I can get experience, and then you're getting college credits. So when you're doing the dual enrollment, you can take those credits and you can apply them to your application and stuff because there's are schools that will look at it, and it's even better when you're in state because in state they want to look at it like, oh,
All
okay,
right.
but it might be different for out of state, but I know for in state it does help. But yeah, I started general psychology, and I've just been doing it. I've just been doing it ever since then. I think I took one recently. I actually took one before I even got back to school. I took one in the summer, and now I'm going to take one in the spring. Well, not in the spring. I'm going to take one this month, and I'm doing retail management and I'm doing marketing. So,
Okay. All
and
right. What's that?
just for
Hey,
free. I
And it's
think
free. And they
free.
said take advantage of them free
Yeah,
classes,
I
especially,
think.
and you're getting the credit. So it's not like it's not being used or utilized. So
Mm,
I'm just amazed that you the let me tell you, when I was in your shoes back in those days, and this was 1,000 years ago, but back when I was in school, I didn't have the work ethic. I was an athlete who was a student instead of being a student as an athlete. So, I was only focusing on getting the 2.0, getting that, I needed what they needed 700 on the SAT,
mm,
2.0, and you can go in with a full scholarship and play ball. But that was not the thing that didn't help me when I got to school because
mm,
my work ethic wasn't there. So when you got into college and you started getting those real college courses with real professors, and you had to have that time management. That was the big thing of time management. So there's no parent there telling you get up and go to school. This is you have to get up on your own and go
yeah,
in that class and do what you have to do. So these are things that in your, like I say, in your junior year and definitely your senior year, when they give you that lax schedule, to have that discipline to continue to go to class when you're supposed to be in class,
mhm,
pick up those extra things that's going to make you a better person all around. So it seems
right.
like I'm gonna give a shout out to your parents because it seemed like they put some straight values in you and things to say,
Mhm,
hey, this is what
yep,
you need to do. But then at the same time, I'm gonna give you the shout out because it takes a lot of discipline to be able to do what you're
mm,
even what you're saying that you're
yeah,
doing. And the proof is in the pudding. Because like you say, you apply for 30 and you got 22 and it's already saying, hey, we want you. So that's
mhm,
awesome. That is awesome. Those numbers are perfect.
yep,
And and you're still waiting for people. So it's not even saying that it's not 30 for 30. It's just the fact that we haven't heard back from the other ones yet.
yep, we haven't
So
heard.
we just don't know. So super proud for you, or so super proud of you for for the work that you've put in, and your results are showing. It's definitely showing. So just going through real quick. So I
Yeah,
know some other people. I Cherish Church. Hey, how you doing? Thank you for being on here. Valerie Landis. I
thank
don't know if
you,
I
Renee.
yeah. So, and you can see them. So if you know who they are, go ahead and give them their shout outs. If I don't know them, and I just want to make sure we don't miss anything. And if you do, like I say, if you haven't already done so, please hit that like button down there. If you have any comments that you want to put down there for me or Kayana, go ahead and put those in the comments. Let us all, share, of course, share that video. And if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. This is helping. So let me tell you something real quick for those who don't know. As a content creator, so you're a content creator, you're on here, you're on these social media platforms. It's just your subscribers. So let's just use YouTube. But for a person to go and be monetized, they want to be monetized. They want to go to a point where now YouTube is paying you for putting this together. So that's where you try to build it up and build a product where now they're saying, okay, this is I like this. You're getting people to come in and watch, and because of that, we're going to pay you for it. That is not what I'm here for. So that's not is definitely not what I'm here for. But at the same time, it was like there's new content creators that's out there that need that boost. They need that push. And because they need that push, this is what this platform is for. This platform is showing that we are stronger together. So together we can come on here and we can blow up each other's channel. I am not in competition with Kayana. Kayana's not in competition with me. We're here together. And
Yeah,
because of that, we can deliver a message here side by side, and the focus might be on high school and in that transition, but at the same time, Kayana's already said she is a content creator. She's
mm,
on Instagram and TikTok and things like that. So if once we'll put that
yeah,
in the description afterwards. We'll definitely put her links in so that you can go back and check them out. But and if you see her, like her, subscribe to her, watch the videos, do all of those things that's going to boost her channel up so that she can get to that point. Let me tell you was what could be wonderful. Young Kayana goes to college and she is monetized by TikTok and Instagram, and she's getting paid by them while she's in school. That is perfect. That is the perfect. That
see,
is 100%. So we're going to definitely push and push and push this program until we can get her into that area. So that's part of why we bring people on. And I'm super excited that she's a guest on the show today. I appreciate it. I definitely appreciate it for sure. So you keep going on. So do you have a preference? Do you have a place that's in your mind? That's like I really, really, really want to go here. Is there any place that's sitting out there that
mm,
just sits out there? And and, and,
hmm,
and You don't have to put it out there. So if you have one, just say yes or no, and then we can. Yeah, if you want to share who it is,
I
let
mean,
us know.
I'll share who it is. I want to keep.
Okay.
I want to keep it secret for the fam that's in the chat.
Mhm.
And but I'll still I'll share a potential person.
Okay.
So
Okay.
potentially, we're looking at, and these are the people who offer me the most money. We're looking at St. John's University in Queens, New York.
Mm.
And then I'm going to say one more. I'm going to say we're looking at, hmm, we're looking at Lynn University in Boca Raton, Florida.
Oh,
So
wow.
those are the two. They have
Mhm.
given me the most money. If you know, you know. If you don't, just know they're giving out some good money. So,
Okay. All right. Well, that's
but those
good.
are those are
Hey,
the my
hey, and the thing is that for them to put out that kind, any kind of money is they want you. That means
mhm,
they see your potential, they see your value, and you're only going to bring them. They're going to bring the right people into their programs. They want the right people into the program because you only boost their program. And that's a big thing. See, by me, I would like to say being an athlete, being on football scholarship and things like that. I was only allowed 5 visits, so I had five. You get 5 official visits. So I went to Virginia Tech, North Carolina University, Illinois University, Georgia Tech, and Rutgers University. So those were my 5.
mm,
But I had boxes and boxes and boxes of programs of all these different schools, but you had to narrow it down to 5 to take your
mm,
5 official. That's just how the
yeah,
NCAA rule works. So when it came down to that, but at the same time, then it came to who had my major and what I wanted to go into. And I had a crazy major in the beginning. I wanted to be a doctor. Matter of fact, I wanted to be a
mm,
pathologist. I
mm,
wanted to be a pathologist in the beginning, and no one really had that major. So I ended up, and I went so far to the other side. It was real crazy because then I went to Virginia Tech and I took up computer science. That was a big mistake. Again, I didn't have the discipline and this and that. So I ended up
mhm,
doing the more of that business world and going into the
yeah,
business, which is good. It's a good foundation degree and a foundation, to have because a lot of it, like I say, even being a content creator, you got to know the business,
yeah,
how to run it, how to run your
yep,
programs, how to market yourself and how to reach out to the customers that's trying to look at your brand. So I
right.
think you're great. So thank you for sharing those
Oh,
nuggets, those little
side note,
nuggets right
I
there.
side note, I don't mean to cut you off, but I did
No.
apply for Virginia Tech. I'm waiting for them to come through. That's another
That's not a
that's
cutoff.
another place
That's
that
not a
I was looking
cutoff.
at.
Like
They
there's
sent me
nothing.
a big pamphlet, and I
Mhm.
was like, scroll through it. I'm like, I'll apply for it. But yeah, I'm
Yeah.
waiting for them. Yeah.
Well, hey, look, look, look. So Virginia Tech, if you out there and anybody listening that's in there, they can make a decision. Hurry up and call this person and tell them come and pick up Kiyana Jackson. She'll be a good Hokie, 100%. Virginia Tech is a good school. If you're going out there to Blacksburg, and then they got campuses all over the place. So now, so how you feel about going away from home? I mean, that would be different. That's different for sure.
It is different because I'm the only child, so I don't
Mm.
have any siblings, and I feel like I don't know. I think me personally, I don't mind going away. I think when I think about it, I'm really thinking about not myself. I'm thinking about my parents because I'm like their baby. So wherever I go, I know they're going to be thinking about. I know they're going to be worried about me, and I know that they're not going to be used to that distance because me and my dad, we're so close. We got such a special bond. So for us to kind of separate, I know it's going to be difficult, and I think that's going to be the hard part about going away. I don't think, to me, if I was by myself, I wouldn't be nervous, I wouldn't be scared, but I think on my end, I'm more so nervous as far as just like not being with my parents. If I was by myself and I didn't have the relationship I had with my parents, I wouldn't be nervous. But to have a good relationship with your parents and have something special, it's kind of like, dang, I'm about to go away. We're not gonna be as tight. I mean, we're gonna be tight, but we're not gonna have our funny moments, our silly moments. We're not gonna be eating dinner together. So it's more so that just thinking about the family and think about my dog because my dog is part of the family too.
Right.
She's been with me since I was 3 years old, so it'd be hard on me to have to leave her behind too. Well, not leave her behind, but be gone for a prolonged period of time without her. And I hope that doesn't really affect her because she's an older dog as well.
Mhm.
But yeah, I think that's more the things that I think about. But other than that, I'm not scared. Like I'm a go getter. I'm like, hey, I get to go somewhere new. I do it. I'm into everything. I'm into new things. So yeah.
Okay, well that's what's up, and so we as parents, so I got kids. So when they were in your shoes in that area, we had this thing we call sugar distance. We called it sugar distance. So we wanted you to be close enough that if something happened, we can get to you,
Mhm.
but far enough away that you couldn't come borrow sugar. So that was the rule. That was so I have some sugar distance. So be close enough that if something happened, I can get there within. And because of the way transportation is
Mhm.
now, this is, we talking a couple of hours. We could be anywhere in this
Yeah.
in this in this country, but then at the same time, don't be so close that you can come borrow sugar. So
Yeah.
it is good for you to get out the house and then learn
Yeah.
to be on your own. Matter of fact, Renee Miller down there threw in there, what disciplines will you incorporate when you leave to manage your studies? So that's a put you on the spot question. So what would you put in to manage yourself?
Um, I think something that I still try to work on now is procrastination. I think that's the more important thing. Like I said, when I started applying for colleges, I kind of got a, a, a I had to kind of rush. I knew where I wanted to go, but I was still rushing. So I think that procrastination and just managing time well is, the more important thing. I mean, it's sometimes where I can't manage, and it's the other times where you just kind of just get lazy. It's like, I really got to do this. But I know that if I'm out, like even if I'm in state, I know that college, like you said, it's not going to be, your mom taps you on the shoulder. Hey, you got to do this. You got to do this. You have to really, really become independent and still working on that. Still working on the time management thing. Even though I'm in college classes, sometimes I do feel like I'm about to slip. But I gotta catch myself. So just trying to make sure that I'm already ahead of the game, head first, before I run out of time or things happen. So yeah, I think that's the more important thing when you're leaving and you're by yourself, you're in college. I think that's so important.
And thank you. So time manager did. I think Renee Miller said. I think I
Hmm.
see it. Said time manager is going to be key in college. And the big thing, a lot of people go in and they take a lot of courses. They overload themselves.
Hmm.
So you don't have to, try to, and it depends on, like I say, it's dependent on the finances and it depends on, this and that. But when you put a lot on, especially when you first walk into into school, it's like you don't have to overload yourself. Taking 24 hours and more than that's a lot because you're thinking, those courses and those classes is taking you every day. I got a heavy load every day. So you really don't have a break time. So you got to start thinking about those things too. So I got to have a
Hmm.
time to take a break. I got to have a time to study for this and study for that.
Right.
So you can't overload yourself.
Yeah.
And then the big catch that a lot of people don't catch, those midterms and those finals all fall on the same time. So if you overload yourself with a lot of Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Tuesday, Thursdays, just think the finals are going to be at the same time. Those courses don't. It's not
Hmm.
like they're going to separate themselves for you. They're going to fall right there. Like, man, I got three finals on Friday. You're like,
Hmm.
what? Yeah. So it's hard to study because you overloaded yourself
Right.
and put yourself into that jam. So one of
Right.
the things that you would have to do, I mean, with the time management, is think about that. You have to strategize it and plan it out. So, okay, I'm not going to overload myself.
Right.
One semester I remember in school, I had classes on Tuesday. I had all my classes on Tuesdays and Thursdays. That was it. So I had 12, was that 15 hours, but it was all Tuesdays and Thursdays. But they gave me Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays off. So I didn't have any classes. So I was able to study and get my stuff right for my Tuesdays and Thursdays because I had Monday, Wednesday, Fridays off. And I loved it because I had the long weekend and all of that stuff. But what happened, and that's why I mentioned that, is when the finals came, it was on Tuesday and Thursday, and then that's when it got me. So I was like, shoot, that's where you get caught up. So,
Yeah.
and the thing is, we sometimes do get caught up because of the fact that it's like, especially when you got specialty classes and they only offer that one. So I got to take
Hmm.
that on this, and then you got to try to make up. And like I said, I was taking calculus, which was 5 hours, so it was every day. So every day I had that one semester when I first got
Hmm.
in. So like I say, I really messed myself up when I first got in
Oh.
because no one was having this conversation with me. So it's good to have and I'm gonna ask you that. So, do you have a counselor? Do you have someone who has been talking to you and helping you get ready for this? Is there someone at the school, or you talk to any parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, whatever, to say, "Hey, how did this work?"
Um, I'd say so. Counselors. Um, Now, I will say that the counselor that I used to have, she is someone she responds very quick. So if I do need help, she does help me as far as applications and stuff. We don't really have conversations, um, simply because I have support at home. Not saying that if you have support at home, you shouldn't talk to the counselor, but I'm more so I have people that are on the outside who've had children who graduated. So, for example, my mom's friend, she's been such a great help for dual enrollment and just making sure that I had all my credits before. Actually, short story, going into my senior year, I thought that I only had two classes. So like I said, I leave out at 10 o'clock some days, and then I leave out on at 11 o'clock on other days. What I thought was I left out at 10 o'clock every day, and what was happening was I was only having two classes. So I was getting ready to do my senior year and miss a whole credit, which would make me pretty much
Yeah. Yeah.
late for graduation. So I would have to get that credit back um during summer school. So what happened was my mom, she peeped it out, and a lot of times with counselors, they don't look at stuff like that. So you have to really be the person to, you know, keep an eye out, because they put things in, but they don't really make sure that it's correct. And that's what we've been having to do for a long time. So starting from maybe freshman year. So my my mom's friend, her son graduated last year, and she said no, she needs another credit. So that's how I got the leaving out at 10 and leaving out at 11 schedule, because I was going to miss one credit and that was going to be, that was going to be detrimental to graduating. So yeah, I say that you have to look at the outside resources, because a lot of times schools might not look at those things, and might not, and they won't tell you. They might see it, but they won't tell you. They'll leave it
Well,
up for surprise. That's
no,
the
no, like I say, and that is definitely a good point, because sometimes you got to think the counselor has multiple students. You're not the only one they have, and
Yeah.
even though you're the only one that you're caring about or you're concerned about, they have maybe 100 or 200 students that they're looking at, and especially, and they say the squeaky wheel gets the grease. So when you have a student that's a 4.0 average and doing all these other things,
Mhm.
sometimes they overlook you because they think
Yeah,
that person is sharp. They already got their stuff.
absolutely.
I don't even have to check them. So it is important that you got you advocate for yourself, and that's what Renee Miller just said. But at the same time, to
Mhm.
have your parents checking on you, have
Yeah,
friends and family checking on you, because you don't want to miss out. It'd be devastating to have all this and put all that work in, and then you'd be one credit short. And when the final comes, because but they're not going to care about the one credit. It's like you should have paid attention. You should have known that you was missing this and that. So I just
yep.
want to acknowledge some people down there before we move on. We got Franklin Clinton. Hello, Lamar
Hi,
Davis is down there.
Franklin.
So if you
Hi,
know them,
Mikey.
Walter Skinner is in
Mm.
there. And I just want to make sure I say hi to everybody. And
Hi,
I know I haven't said it,
hi.
having a live show today, and I appreciate you. I got Kiyana Jackson
Hi,
here with me.
CJ.
Yep, and Kayana's here, and she's talking to us about her high school experience, and she's getting ready to transition into the college life, and we're just excited to have her here. And I know I haven't said it yet, but I want to say it right now. Happy New Year's to all of you. I
Happy
forgot
New Year.
today is January
Yeah,
1,
today is the
2025.
first.
So happy New Year's to you all, and thank you for taking your time and being with us. So, Kayana, do you have any plans? I mean, once you graduate, if you taking any trips? You going anywhere? You doing anything? I mean, are you gonna just walk?
I do
You gonna
have
walk right out of high school and go straight into college? What's the deal?
So I do have two trips. Well, I have a trip coming before I graduate, and then I have a trip coming after I graduate. So trip before, I'm going to London in April,
Oh,
and um and then after I graduate, I have a trip to Jamaica. So those are two trips that I'm looking forward to in celebration for my graduation. And then I think for the rest of the summer, I don't know. That's a couple of question marks for that. But I know that I have some things going on. But I know closer towards the time where I need to go to college, that's going to be, getting prepared, getting the dorm stuff, getting, you know, books, electronics, whatever I need. That's going to be, that's going to be its own separate thing. But yeah.
Uh, No, that's good. That's good. That's awesome. So there are a couple of people in here that's in the chat that are from Jamaica. So, like I say, vibing with VC and Casey is
Yeah.
they're down in there. So if you inspirational tales, Casey inspirational tales. So, they're here. So those content creators were here. They so if you can check out their channels, you might learn maybe a little bit about that. I've never been to Jamaica, so I'm excited for you, but I've never been there. But I have been to London, so that's a definitely
Mm-hmm.
a wonderful place to go and see and visit, and so that's good. And congratulations on being able to go to those places. And I ask that a lot is just because a lot of times people go straight from one to the other without taking a break. So you do need that
Mm-hmm.
break, and get your mind right and ready to
Yeah.
whatever school you're getting ready to go to. Just getting ready. So, are you a person who wants to stay on campus? Or do you prefer to live off campus, or you haven't thought about that yet?
I think starting off college, I wanted well, it's a fact. I want to be on campus just to get the on campus experience. I feel like everyone should at least try to get the on campus experience. Um and I think I want to do that. Probably I want to do that my freshman year, sophomore year, and then maybe in junior year probably do something out of campus, maybe get an apartment. I don't know. But I know for right now on campus is the move cuz I just want to get that experience cuz
Okay. So vibing with VC said, I need to change that. I believe she's talking about me coming to Jamaica. So that we'll work on that part. The other part is freshman year in campus, on campus, usually great. So that's like I know as an athlete, we were the first 2 years we were required to be on campus. We didn't
mhm,
have an option, so that wasn't even an option that we had. But at the same time, some people, it might be cheaper to have roommates and stuff like that and things
yeah.
so, or, having a roommate, some people just didn't want a roommate, so they didn't have that campus life. But the campus experience is something that once you get it and feel it and see it, you're gonna be like, wow, this is wonderful, because it
Yeah.
is. It's like its own little city within a city, wherever you go, and you enjoy yourself. So I'm looking at where Kenny saying that no matter where she is, I'm coming.
Oh,
So
I
there you
know.
go.
I
So he's like, no
know.
matter where it's going. So yes, that
I
on
got
campus
cousins
vibe.
lined up ready.
So vibing with VC say that on campus vibe is great. So
Yeah, I
and that
bet.
and that's the big thing. So that is the big thing right there. So having that on campus vibe, being able to have that experience is huge. And that's no matter what school you go to, and then part of it. So have you thought? I'm throwing these things out because these are things that's there. Have you thought about like when I get there, I'm gonna do a sorority or I'm gonna be in this club or I'm gonna do something like that.
So I have looked into the sorority thing. Originally I said this is not my thing. I don't I'm more of an introverted person, but I know that I'll have to get on my shell anyways. So if a sorority opportunity does come my way, I would do it. Because I did say that I wanted to have a sisterhood, and that's the reason why I went to go see Spelman back in Atlanta because it's all girls, so you're kind of already in a sisterhood. So I did say that I wanted to experience that. Um, I would definitely do student government again. I want to study abroad as well. That's something I really, really want to do. Actually, I wrote my college essays on that. And yeah, I don't think I would continue my sport though. I don't think I would continue. I don't know. Maybe
Oh,
golf. We'll see.
oh, I'm about to ask you, what's your sport? So what is the sport?
The sport is golf.
It's golf,
Yes.
okay?
Some schools offer it, some do not. St. John's, I don't think they offer it. Other schools they offer it as just I guess you can say uh a social activity. It's not a competition. I'm still considering. I don't know.
Okay.
I'll
Well,
think
that's good.
about it.
That's good. So, are you any good in golf? I mean, I love the game of golf. So now we're talking my language now. So, do you play
um,
okay?
I would say, oh, St. John. I'm sorry, St. John's is her school. Ooh,
Mm.
oh, okay, VC. But I did. I started. When did I start? I started my sophomore year. Um, I say I'm okay. I'm still learning. People underestimate golf is so hard.
Yeah, 100%.
People don't understand. People don't understand my struggle
Right. I tell people all the time,
unless you've done it.
golf is a four-letter word. They just ran out of the other one, so they just called it golf. I'm telling you, sometimes you're like, whoa, wait a minute. But I played golf the other day for the first time, and while on my birthday, I did a little video about it, and I was like, wow, I'm out there hacking all over the place. I was okay. I stayed in that bogey score wise, but
Hmm.
yeah, I was all over the place. So
Golf
eh,
is one of them things where you're good one day and then you're terrible the next
it could be,
day.
it could be,
But
every
I
shot.
will say that my team did win county champions this year. So
Well, oh wow,
that was a
congratulations.
great kick to my senior year. That was a great way to end my last golf year in high school. That was
So
amazing.
y'all won the county championship in golf, your high
Hmm.
school.
Yep.
Wow, that's amazing. So I'm gonna definitely clap my hands for you on that one.
Thank
That's
you.
definitely
Thank you.
great.
A lot
That's
of
great
hard
because
work.
yeah, I'm sure. Hey, you part of the team. You part of the team, and to have to just be able to say you are a champion in a sport, even if you don't take it any further than this, that's amazing right there. So congratulations on that,
Thank
especially
you.
considering you only started what a couple of years ago, as you say, your
Hmm.
sophomore year. So
Yeah.
yeah, so the good thing is a lot of people don't know golf also has a handicap. So you don't have to be. I don't know. Does it in high school? Do they give you, or is it scratch? You have to play scratch.
Um, I'm not. See, golf in high school is really weird because it's like this. Sometimes it's best ball, and then sometimes it's so best ball meaning whoever hits the farthest, that's where you play.
Mm,
And the other times you play like normal, but a lot of times you play best ball. But it's really strange. I think high school is very different
all
compared
right.
to
Okay.
typical. Yeah,
Right.
they bend a lot of rules
Mm,
in the
okay.
game.
Gotcha.
But that last game that I played it the regular way. We didn't do best ball. So I just
Gotcha.
yeah.
Okay.
But
All right. No problem. I
yeah.
think said Niecy Jackson said the only girl on the team. So
I
you was
am the
only
only girl on the
you was on.
team.
Oh,
Yes,
well,
I'm the only girl
again,
on the
another
team.
congratulations. That's a major step right there.
And I
And
want to go back because Sharon Jackson asks, "You're so busy with academics. What do you do for leisure?" So
sorry I missed that, Sharon.
yeah, so I'm because I missed it too. So we want to go back a little bit. We want to
Okay.
backtrack. So um I will say so. I like to for leisure. Usually, I'm very relaxed. I don't really like to do too much. Um I like to read my books. I like to what's that? Lay in the bed, chill. A lot of the things that I do is really just relaxing stuff. Honestly, I think that I think I'm so used to working so hard on the grade thing that it doesn't really overwhelm me as much as it used to. I'll say that.
Mm,
I'll say that. It doesn't like this year it really doesn't affect me too much. So I'm kind of chilling. It's the college thing, but I'm chilling. But I think that I'm just really I've been so headstrong with with the grade thing that now I can just do it and knock it out the park and just chill, relax.
right. That's what
It's not
that's
my
good.
whole life. I would say
Right.
that's not my whole life. No.
Well, and that a lot of times that's because you got yourself in order. Because
Mhm.
once you get if you get the work already done and it's out the way, then you got more time to relax. It's the ones like
Mhm.
me that waited to the last second to listen to this, and then you find yourself rushing or staying up all night trying to play catch up instead of just get it out the way, knock it out, and then you can actually take a chill. You can actually relax and
Yeah.
say, hey. So I'm looking in there and I see we got Patricia White in there. So hello, Patricia.
Hi,
I see
Patricia. Oh yeah, I need
Ka-
to go back some more.
Karen Jackson is in there, and
Mhm.
Karen says, "Hi, proud of you both." All right, so thank
Thank
you,
you.
Karen
Thank you.
Jackson. So
Nancy Green.
Nancy Green's in
Hi,
there. So Nancy Green,
Nancy.
Nancy Green is a new content creator who she was the first guest on the Iron Sharpening Iron show. She was my very first
Mm,
guest. So there's Miss Nancy Green. So hello, Nancy, and thank you for supporting.
right.
So, but that's it. It's called balance. So, and then when like it's Renee Miller saying it's balance. So once you have balance, and that's you're going to need that moving forward for sure. You're going to have to be
Yeah.
able to balance your social life
Yeah.
with your schoolwork and all of those things,
Yeah.
and then even family. So there's going to be times
Right.
you're gonna miss a break, you're gonna miss something because you got to balance it all out. So
Mhm.
um, those are you are helping me as far as helping us all get the word out to someone because you're not the only person that's going to be graduating soon. You're not the only person that's in
Mhm.
high school. So there's some maybe some students that's going to be watching this. It's going to be like, oh, okay. And I know that you said application a lot. You use the word application, application, application. So can you give me an example of some applications other than the emissions application? Is there anything else you had to fill out that is important to let people know on this channel?
So other than the college application, you also have it all depends on what you're interested in. So for me, I've applied for like honors college. So that means advanced courses. And sometimes what honors colleges is they invite you to apply for their full ride. So just an FYI, if you are applying and you do see maybe in your acceptance letter that they sent out an honors college honors program link, do click on it and apply for it because you might get it and they might offer a full ride application. So I would look into that. That was something that I noticed when I did get I got a full ride application sent to me by Morgan State, and it was via their honors college. So I would say look out for that. Also scholarship applications, you have to apply for that as well. Um, so for my school, we have a website called School Links, and that's connected to our school. And they'll show like all the scholarships that you might have for the month, and you can apply for those. And of course, you might have to write an essay or something. So do look for that because those are important. All, scholarships are so important. I would
All
say
right.
that. I'm
Oh
still
yeah.
working on that.
Yeah, anytime that they're gonna give you money to come to school, because it can be expensive. I mean, school is
It
definitely super
is.
expensive. Now, one that you didn't mention that I want to mention that even on an athletic scholarship, you still had to fill out the financial aid
Oh
application and
yeah,
form.
yeah.
Yeah, so that's the one that a lot of
FAFSA,
people
called
miss. That
FAFSA now.
FAFSA, yes,
Yep.
the
So
FAFSA
you
is the
have to
one a
have
lot of
that.
people miss. They miss that. They miss that date, and then they
Yeah.
find themselves all hemmed up because they missed the cutoff. So if you
Mhm.
are a junior going into your senior year or whatever, and you're thinking about going into the college world, definitely make sure you get that financial aid form.
Yeah.
And that's the one where
And
you go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
oh, I'm sorry. And what I will say is fill it out ahead of time because schools might give you a date that you need to apply for it at this date. You don't have to apply for it at that date. So when I was looking at the FAFSA, my school gave me a certain date and said, okay, you need to fill it out on this date. You actually, I didn't fill it out that day. I filled it out way beforehand. So when my school, I guess like a meeting with all the 25 kids, the 2025 kids, they just now were filling out that FAFSA, but you can fill it out early. So don't let anyone tell you that you have to fill it out before then because
All
it's
right.
it's still optional. You can still
No,
do that.
man, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Good advice, and I appreciate that because that's definitely important that you hit that one. That's going to be the one that's going to, regardless, even if you're on full scholarship, you still got to fill out the FAFSA form. So a lot of
Yeah.
people miss that. They miss that part because unless you got the money in your pocket, and I think even if you got the money in your pocket, you still got to fill out FAFSA because it's just the way the government funds the colleges and things like it's a lot
Yep.
more to it. So that's just one of those things that definitely be looking for that if you're in this, if you're one of those people that's getting ready to go to school and go to college and all like that. So I'm gonna ask one more question. We're almost out of time because we try to
Mm.
finish in 1 hour without a doubt. Um, what advice can you give someone who is in high school who may that may help them with the college transition. So this is your time to give us, what advice would you give somebody that was in your shoes?
So I would get so first I want to start off with my freshman, sophomore. Stay I would say don't be a follower, be a leader. That's the main thing right there. Please don't be a follower. Please be a leader because I'm telling you, that's going to impact you, throughout your transition to college because you're going to have friends that aren't going to be doing what they're supposed to do. They might say, "Oh, they're going to this college, going to this college," and they haven't filled out anything, they haven't looked at anything, whatever. You need to be that type of person that's already done it so that when they say, "Oh, did you do?" Yes, I did. So I would say get into that. Look at your colleges when it's time to apply. Apply ahead of time. Have your information ready. Have your resume ready. Get into stuff. Get into extracurriculars. Just have a good start off good. Don't start off late because it's going to. I'm telling you, they're going to look even though junior year is important, it is the most important. They are going to look at everything. Don't be one of them people that start off at junior or senior year and think, "Oh yeah, I got it," because they're going to look at that up. They're going to look at your old transcript and be like, "This person." Now all of a sudden they want to get into some stuff. No, start off soon. Be a leader, and you'll be good. And just don't let anybody knock you down. Keep your head up, and that's all I can say based on my experience. Been people that's been trying to knock me down, get me distracted. Don't let it happen to you. Don't be that one.
Well, that's some sound advice. So it's definitely sound advice. Renee Miller went on and says, facts from a freshman year. VC says agree with Renee, and I got to see follow your own lane. So they're telling those are the things, like you say, be a leader. A lot of
Mhm.
times, trying to go in and be in a clique and be not so much that you're trying to be
Mhm.
in a clique, but you find yourself in one, and you get bad advice. People tell you
Yeah.
you don't have to do this or you don't have
You
to do
don't.
that. But it's like I have to do it all. And like you say, you got to advocate for yourself.
Yep.
You have to look out for you. You got to look out for number
Yep.
one and get yourself in position so that regardless or whenever they say there's a deadline, you've already, like I say, I've
Do
already
it.
got my
I've
stuff,
already
I'm
done it.
already ready. And don't be afraid to apply. Don't think the worst thing that anybody could ever tell you is no. I mean, if
Yep.
that's the worst thing, if they say no, you're not going to come here, there's 10,000 other schools that'll say yes. So, yeah,
Mhm.
well, I really wanted to go there, but right next door is another school
Right.
that's just as good as that one. So sometimes you just gotta, where one door closed, another door opens. So that's just,
Correct.
put yourself in position and be ready so that you can say, hey, okay, I'm gonna be able to go to this school. I know, this is real facts. These are real things. These are we know a lot of people that's on here now. They've been through the high school experience. They even if they've never been to college, they know what it was like in high school. They know the challenges you face in high school. College is a little bit different because you're dealing with a lot more professionals.
Yeah.
But there's still some of those people that you went to school with in high school. They're gonna be with you in college. So that same mindset is there. That same attitude is there. The same goofing around is there. So you just got to now buckle down and say, hey,
Yep.
this is now. It's not a requirement anymore. See, now when you're in elementary and middle school and high school, that's the requirement at the state. When you go to college, it's no longer a requirement to go to college. So now you
Mhm.
got to start thinking, I'm invested in me. I'm investing my time. I'm investing in me so that I can go to whatever the next level going to be for
Right.
me. So now that it's not just a requirement, it's me investing in my future. This is where you're going to start moving towards what you're going to be doing and in your future. So right now you're on a great path. I am so proud of you and so excited for you to continue moving on. I'm looking
Thank
forward.
you.
I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to happen and how it's going to happen. Where you're going to end up. I can't wait till
Wow.
it's almost like a reveal party for some people. Like when you pull that hat out and put that hat on,
Mhm.
saying,
Yeah.
I'm going here. We're gonna
Yep.
be like, we all gonna be ready to go. Whenever you decide that this is the day I'm gonna make my decision and make my announcement, and you're gonna pull that hat out and then show us all or that sweatshirt or whatever it's gonna
Yep.
be. And I'm sure there's a whole lot of people that's in this chat that's gonna be walking around whatever shirt you got on. They're gonna be supporting and got to pin it or whatever because it's a lot of people that's proud of you because you've done a wonderful job. You have done a wonderful job from what I know and what I've heard as a child, as a student, and I know that you're going to do great when you get into college. So
Thank
thank you,
you.
thank you, thank you, thank you for being a guest on the Iron Sharpening Iron Show.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
we're going to definitely make sure we put your contact information down in the chat, or not in the chat, but down in the descriptions, so that anyone and everyone that want to follow you on Instagram and TikTok and all those other places that you are, that they can follow you. And I'm super super excited. We are at the 1 hour mark, and y'all know
Yep,
how I
yep.
feel. We're not going to go too far over, but I do
Mm-mm.
like to drop a nugget for all those people who have watched for the 1 hour. So if you're still here when we cross the 1 hour, if it's okay with you, Kayana, I'm gonna let them know who you are. Okay.
Yeah,
This
you
is
can. Yeah.
Kiyana Jackson, is a cousin of mine. Not only is she my cousin, she is my goddaughter. So I am super, super, super
So,
proud of her. Super, super, super proud
he
of
already
her.
know
Yeah,
about me.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I already knew a lot of this stuff, but that doesn't change the fact that what she did is what she did. It wasn't by me. She had a lot of support, but at the same time, she put a lot of work in. And she deserved everything that she's getting, the trips and all that other stuff that comes out of it. She earned that. She earned that. And she's earned these scholarships she's talking about. She earned these acceptance letters to these colleges. She has earned it. No one's given her anything. And I'm super, super, super proud of you. You now, those who are watching, have a golden nugget. Thank you for watching
Thank you.
the Iron
Thank
Shop and Iron
you.
Show. And we will definitely talk to you next time. And again, we'll put those links down there for all of you. So until next time, here's my thing. We are stronger together. So let's stay together. We can help one. Each one can reach one. And here's my favorite right here. How do you eat an elephant?
Eat it
One bite,
by
one
piece.
one bite at a time. There he is, piece by piece,
I got
one bite at a time. So no matter how big it is, just take one bite at a time, and you're
it.
going to be
Hmm.
okay. Until next time, God bless you all. Happy New Year.
All
Love
right.
you.
Happy New
Talk
Year,
to you later.
y'all.
All righty. Bye
All
now.
right.